All right, let's go to Thursday Night Football. Are you excited about this game at all? Vikings at Rams.
No, because the Rams suck. I'm not.
Thank you and good night.
The Rams are dead, but they could be sellers. And let's think about like everything that's going around this. So Cooper Kupp sounds like he'll play.
Yep.
And he was returning from his ankle injury, ended up not playing when he tested it pregame against the Raiders.
Right.
Rams won anyway.
Yep.
But for teams that are buyers and sellers, Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford's names have come up.
Yep.
Now, and what people are saying is, well, there could be a quarterback swap. Sam Darnold for Matt Stafford straight up. I don't think that's actually going to happen this week. But it's interesting because the Vikings, in my opinion, they need that guy at quarterback. Look.
Not a Darnold guy, are you?
Look. They have the offensive line. They obviously have the best receiver in the game. They have the run game that supports, and they have a defense that's insane. So they can go to Darnold 3-4 times a game and say, you need to make this throw, and he does.
Mm-hmm.
But against the Lions, I believe when they were down, I forget what, it was his second pass attempt all season, trailing. Matt Stafford's proven. Again, you have the defense. Let me go through the construction of this first.
Okay.
You have the head coach and the offensive coordinator in Kevin O'Connell. You have the defense and the defensive coordinator in Brian Flores before he'll get a job. You have Justin Jefferson, Christian Darrisaw. You have the run game. This defense is top 5 in the NFL. The offense is taken care of. What's missing? A quarterback you can rely on. What does Matt Stafford need? An offensive line that can protect him. Well, the Vikings have one of the best pass blocking offensive lines. They have a run game that can help them. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. They'll get TJ Hawkinson back. Oh, and by the way, Trav, Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the Vikings, Sean McVay coaching tree. Yeah. So he doesn't have to learn a new system. He would literally, if he was traded Wednesday night, he could play for the Vikings Thursday night. And for Matt Stafford, go get another ring. The Vikings need to make this trade. Send a first, get Matt Stafford and a 4th rounder back from the Rams, throw in Sam Darnold, or you could keep Sam Darnold for insurance, but that's going all in right now.
Yeah.
While you locked up Justin Jefferson, but before you have to pay a lot of this roster, and this is an older secondary. This is a team with the Danielle Hunter signing. They're going now on the pass rush.
Flores is going to get a job.
The timing is now for them. And on top of that, you go get Stafford.
Right.
Before the Lions go and add an elite pass rusher.
Right.
You just lost to them, but when you meet them in the playoffs, Stafford's proven he's played in the big games. He's played in the big moments. He knows the system. I think the Vikings need to trade for Matt Stafford.
Whew, there's a lot to unpack there. You know, as you were talking, I understood the vision. I got it clearly.
Yeah.
Vikings should go all in now. And in a wide open NFC, it's hard to disagree with that. I guess where I'm having an issue is just big picture thinking. I don't want to be so short-sighted. In other words, if I'm a Vikings fan, let me look at it from their perspective for a second. We just moved up in the draft, traded up to draft this kid, J.J. McCarthy, who we still don't know if he's any good or not, right? I mean, like, yes, we have the best wide receiver in the game. Everything you said is true. But this is the kid for the future, we think.
Okay.
So why would I go out, give up assets to get a Matt Stafford as a rental? Like, it almost feels like you're in the prime of your career and you're cashing out your 401k to go on trips and buy cars. Okay, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But, like, when you're an old fart, you're going to be out on the streets. That's how I feel with this, is why would you go get Stafford now to try and win now?
Because this defense is playing at this level right now.
I get it.
And
I do get it.
The secondary is led by Harrison Smith and Stephon Gilmore.
I don't want you to think I don't understand. I do understand.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, for what?
And
like,
then,
okay, so if you don't win the Super Bowl, which is look, you're likely going to make the playoffs with Sam Darnold anyways. I understand the mentality of Stafford gives us a better chance once we get to said playoffs, but that's no guarantee with the way this guy gets banged up. I almost think Darnold's more dependable. Not better, but more dependable.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess if you win a Super Bowl, of course it makes sense. But even the Rams, think about the Rams when they made the move for Stafford.
Yeah.
It was very similar in that they were a veteran team and they went for it, and they thought they went as far as they could with Jared Goff. You haven't even given J.J. McCarthy a chance to be Jared Goff yet.
And then when
that's my issue.
But when J.J. McCarthy gets to be Jared Goff, that'll be next season or the season after. And you'll have 2 years of cost control left with him.
I don't know.
And have the rest of his career. And Matt Stafford will probably be like retired by then.
Yeah, he doesn't have long, but
So
he's definitely going to bleed into next year.
It's totally a rental. He's a 2-year plan.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Okay, so awesome. J.J. McCarthy in year 3 plays? Great.
He should be back next year.
This defense, right? Yeah, but you're playing Matt Stafford.
But you don't know what you
have. If you have
have.
Stafford and J.J. McCarthy on the same roster, you're playing Matt Stafford.
I agree with that.
This defense, that's why. Who thought this defense would play at this level?
No one.
Exactly. The offense we expected. Christian Darrisaw, one of the best tackles in the game. Justin Jefferson, the best receiver.
He is.
Aaron Jones, when healthy, great, dynamic weapon.
Fantastic.
Going to get Hawkinson back.
Yeah.
And again, the play calling's not going anywhere.
Right.
But this is such a win now move because you have every single piece except a quarterback you can depend on when the lights get brightest.
Yep.
And then it's, well, why would you trade for a quarterback? He's got to learn the system. He doesn't have to. It's the same system. It is the same exact system.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is a fascinating topic.
All in right now because the NFC is open.
It is. It's
right?
wide open.
So Lions lost Aiden Hutchinson.
Right.
Let's see what they can do. They're great.
Yeah.
Niners, I don't know if they ever get healthy.
Nah.
Eagles, I don't think they're ever going to get
Packers, something's off.
Buccaneers just lost their
Bucks
best
lost.
receiver, and they lost Evans for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Packers, a good team. You need that quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is going to keep you in it. You need that quarterback to make the plays in the biggest moments. Matt Stafford has been doing that his whole career. You're banking a lot on Darnold. And again, it goes in right now. And you know what? If it gets you a Super Bowl, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It is worth it.
I don't know. I feel weird saying that Sam Darnold is more dependable than Matthew Stafford at this stage of his career.
Maybe.
But I really feel that way.
Health, maybe.
Like, I'm not saying he's better because he's not. But in a wide open, I'll be honest, and maybe I'm boring, but like in a wide open NFC, Darnold's been playing pretty well this season. I'm gonna ride this out. In fact, for this game, I think I'm gonna take the Rams at home here.
What?
Yeah, you know why? Here's another reason I think I disagree with you deep down about the Stafford to the Vikings thing. If I'm the Rams, I'm not out of this. Like, it's not over. First of all, the division, like, the Seahawks are leading the division right now. Do you trust them? How's no sound? Mm-hmm. The Niners, you just said, will they ever get healthy? The Cardinals, you definitely can't trust them. Kyler Murray can put up numbers, but he's not a winner. If I'm the Rams, I'm like, listen, I'm staying the course because we have a veteran team. We've proven before we've got off to slow starts and figured it out and rallied and made playoffs. If I'm the Rams, I'm not punting on the season. They're at home here. I'm going to roll with the Rams. I think the Rams win this game.
I think it's time for them to hit the reset button. They need to, with how much older Stafford is, Cooper Kupp on the back nine. They're always injured. Get the draft picks. You have the head coach in Sean McVay. I'm going to roll with the Vikings because they're laying like less than a field goal right now. And
it's a good number.
Matthew Stafford's passer rating when under pressure drops from 98 to 42. His completion percentage goes from 74% completion percentage to 45% under pressure. Yeah. Jared Goff has pressured 58% of his dropbacks last week. The Rams have a bottom 10 offensive line. The Vikings have a top 10 pass rush. Stafford's going to be under hell. The Rams' best part of their offense is their run game. The Vikings have a top 5 run D. Kyron Williams is spectacular. I love him. But I'm just going to lay the points. This is such a fishy line to me, though. Like, Mike, I'm looking at this and I go, how is this not more than a field goal? But I think it's the Sean McVay against his disciple bump.
You're damn right.
Sean McVay taking on Kevin O'Connell. This should be 3.5 minimum. Vikings are laying. As long as I get it below 2 field goals, I'm going to lay the points. I'm rolling with the Vikings.
I love
on the road in SoFi. I
love when we disagree because I look at things completely different. You look at that number and think this should be way higher for the Vikings, and I'll lay the points and whatever. I look at it as Vegas knows. I'm going to go Rams here on the money line. I'm going to go 24-21 Rams. And by the way, it's going to make life really tough around Minnesota after this game because I think Stafford will lead them to the game-winning drive. I think we go walk off.
And everyone's going to, with their pitchforks, trade for him. Trade for Stafford.
Yep. Do they talk like that in Minnesota?
No.
Don't you know we should trade for...
Hey, how you doing, eh?
You know?
No, they're not Canadian.
No, that's Canadian. They say, look, don't you know, right?
Matt Stafford.
There it is.
There, it took a while. There it is.
You lived out there. Not Minnesota, but Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's
close enough.
accent.
They say, instead of soda, they say pop. Instead of dinner, they say supper.
Instead of water fountains, bubbler.
Bubbler.
Bubbler. Bubbler.
Bubbler. Bubbler.
Butler.
24-21 Rams. Give me your score.
The Rams barely got by the Raiders.
But they did.
And the Vikings coming off a loss in a shootout against the Lions.
It's not over for the Rams,
Coming off
man.
a loss.
You are prematurely putting the Rams.
Taking Vikings.
All right, give me a score.
The Rams haven't been good.
Give me a score.
Have they broken 20 points? Maybe they broken 20 points once this season against the Niners.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
They're all 20s. You're right.
Well, what was the final score against the 49ers?
All their Niners was 27-24, which is what I just
the one time they broke 20. I give this.
Yeah, they're all like 20s.
The Vikings are just so much better on both sides of the ball. And this Rams defense isn't any good. Like, their weakness especially is in the secondary.
Close game, blowout.
Blowout.
Damn.
31-14.
Oh, Lord.
Vikings win.
Okay. I will concede this before we move on. If that happens, trade.
31.
It's over.
Exactly.
If that happens,
I think they're at that point.
If that happens, you got to move on.
They look like crap against the Raiders. They look like crap.
Because my whole premise is, why would you punt now? Your division's awful. Like, go for it. Just dance with who you came with.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you're right and they get blown out by the Vikes tonight, then, yeah, okay, I'm with you.
And real quick, the Rams let up some of the longest receptions on average per game.
Jeez.
Yeah, like I think their average allow per completion is like 11, 12 yards. Good luck going against Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
The run defense stinks. I like Aaron Jones, 70-plus rushing yards. Okay. You can get down DraftKings, -105. Maybe you sprinkle to the 80-plus.
Yep.
Short week. He's been dealing with the hamstring.
Yep.
So I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not going to get greedy, but I like him 70-plus rushing yards, -105.